Welcome to News Today with Universal Parks News Today. I'm Annie Wilson, and here is the news for November 1st, 2023. Universal Destinations and Experiences and Wendover Housing Partners held a groundbreaking ceremony this morning for their new affordable housing community, Catchlight Crossings. Catchlight Crossings is a new affordable housing solution near Universal Orlando Resort that will feature 1,000 units, on-site amenities and services, retail and play areas, and easy access to transportation. We first reported on the affordable housing site when Universal partnered with Wendover Housing Partners and set aside 20 acres of land back in 2021. The community is created through Universal's Housing for Tomorrow initiative, which aims to provide economically diverse housing options as part of their commitment to healthy communities. Catchlight Crossings was also created in line with Orange County's Housing for All initiative, launched by Mayor Jerry L. Demings to prioritize short and long-term solutions to address the affordable housing crisis in Orange County. The Housing for All Task Force created a 10-year action plan to address housing affordability and supply. The community will be located east of the Orange County Convention Center, near the International Drive corridor, which is expected to see an increase in tourism with the 2025 opening of Epic Universe. Speakers at the groundbreaking ceremony included CEO and founder of Wendover Housing Partners, Jonathan L. Wolfe, EVP and Chief Administrative Officer for Universal Destinations and Experiences, John Sprawls, and Orange County Mayor Jerry L. Demings. Universal and Wendover have shared more concept renderings of Catchlight Crossings, which is expected to open in 2026. The on-site services for residents at Catchlight Crossings will include a tuition-free preschool, medical offices, a transportation center, and programs in partnership with the University of Central Florida. Amenities will include resort-style pools, a fitness center, game rooms, and technology cafes. You can read more about Catchlight Crossings over on our site. Construction is moving quickly around the site of Epic Universe. Aerial photographer BioReconstruct continues to share photos from the sky of Epic Universe, giving us an amazing look at the progress of the third Universal Orlando Resort theme park. First, let's take a closer look at the rumored Celestial Park located at the center of Epic Universe. Celestial Park is set to include a large carousel, dual racing coaster, restaurants, and shops. From the photos, the restaurant building looks mostly completed when it comes to the actual structure. The restaurant is a hexagonal building, which guests will enter on the second floor. The dining area is expected to be on the ground floor, overlooking the water. White tarps hang around the restaurant, where there will be windows or open walls for the water view. Of course, the main feature of Celestial Park will be the dual racing coaster, consisting of an orange track and a yellow track, which is situated between the Wizarding World and the How to Train Your Dragon land. Landscaping is underway beneath the tracks, and near the entrance area of the coaster, scaffolding is up around the front, where a decorative feature is being constructed. Reach test devices, which ensure guests won't run into anything while on the coaster, are also visible on the track. The Universal Monsters-themed land is rumored to be called Dark Universe and is located across from the Wizarding World, just on the other side of the in-park hotel. The entrance portal will be at the base of a giant tree, and in these photos, some of the sculpted and painted routes are already visible through scaffolding. The land's roller coaster is rumored to be called the Curse of the Werewolf, and trees have been transplanted around the coaster, turning the area into a forest. Scaffolding has come down around the Manor facade, which will be the entrance for another attraction in the land. The restaurant, rumored to be called Burning Blade Tavern, is expected to have a tower like a windmill. There's just not enough time to show you everything here, so head over to Universal Parks News Today to check out the full Epic Universe update. Daniel Radcliffe will serve as executive producer for a documentary project about his Harry Potter stunt double, David Holmes, who was left paralyzed in an accident on the set of Deathly Hallows Part 1. The documentary will be titled David Holmes, The Boy Who Lived. Holmes was Radcliffe's stunt double for the first 6 Harry Potter films, but was injured during test filming for Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 in January of 2009. He was performing a planned flying stunt when an explosion sent him backwards into a wall, injuring his spine and leaving him permanently paralyzed from the chest down. The title of the documentary is a reference to Harry Potter being called The Boy Who Lived after surviving Voldemort's attempt to kill him as a child. According to Deadline, the documentary will include candid personal footage shot over the last decade, behind-the-scenes material from home stunt work, scenes of his current life, and intimate interviews with him, Radcliffe, friends, family, and former crew. The documentary will be available on HBO Max on November 15th. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest Vacations and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. The best part is their concierge services are 100% free. Head over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT and the team will design your next epic vacation, from Universal Parks to Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts, Disney Cruise Line, Virgin Voyages, Royal Caribbean, and more. Earlier this year, we reported on the rumor that Universal Parks and Resorts, now Universal Destinations and Experiences, was looking to buy back PortAventura. It seems that window is now open and Universal could take over PortAventura soon. Equity firms Invest Industrial and Kohlberger Kravis Roberts & Co. are reportedly looking to sell PortAventura, a Spanish theme park once owned and operated by Universal. According to Cinco Dias, Invest Industrial and KKR are looking to sell their shares of PortAventura World for €1 billion. Invest Industrial purchased 50% of the entertainment resort in 2010, partnering with Kaya Bank. They later acquired Kaya Bank's shares, and in 2013, KKR purchased 49.9%. JP Morgan Chase will facilitate the sale. PortAventura was developed by Anheuser-Busch and Grand Tibidabo, although Grand Tibidabo backed out during the construction of the park. Other investors, including the Tussauds Group, stepped in, and it opened in 1995 as PortAventura. Tussauds Group held a majority share of the park until 1998, when they sold most of their shares to Universal. The park was then renamed Universal's PortAventura and was technically the company's first European park. Universal expanded the area into a resort then called Universal Mediterranean, with hotels and a water park. In 2004, NBC Universal sold their shares to Kaya Bank. It was renamed PortAventura with no space, and the resort as a whole was renamed PortAventura World. PortAventura currently has 6 themed lands. 5 are inspired by real places: Mediterranean, Far West, Mexico, China, and Polynesia. The 6th is Sesamo Aventura, featuring Sesame Street characters. In 2017, Ferrari Land opened as PortAventura World's 2nd theme park. There are also now 6 hotels with Mediterranean, Caribbean, Mexican, Western, and Ferrari themes, and a water park called PortAventura Caribbean Aquatic Park. Goodbye, Kitty. The Hello Kitty shop has gotten another update at Universal Studios Florida. Over time, we've watched the store slowly lose its theming, and now it's happened again. The exterior of the Hello Kitty shop has gotten new awnings, replacing the Hello Kitty themed ones with generic blue ones. The store was highly themed when it originally opened, but has been losing a lot of its unique charm over the last few years. The building was originally surrounded by red awnings with Hello Kitty detailing, but those have now been replaced with very basic blue ones. A single Hello Kitty awning remains over the main entrance to the shop now. Last year, we saw some retheming taking place when the Hello Kitty-shaped wall was removed overnight. Eventually, the flooring with bow designs would also be replaced for new generic flooring. Now, a little more of the Hello Kitty theme has been taken away from this adorable shop. The blue awnings really fit in better with the surroundings, but it is sad to see the unique theming taken away from the Hello Kitty shop. All of these changes have led to some rumors of the Hello Kitty theme being removed completely, but at this time, the store is still open and full of adorable Sanrio merchandise. The holidays are just around the corner, and as we creep closer to the final day of the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store, someone has stopped by to leave a few packages. The entrance to the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store now has a small stack of packages on the counter, all from Earl the Squirrel. There's a shiny red package for Martha, which is most likely a reference to Martha May, and one for Gerg, and another one partially covered and labeled Ship to Hollywood. Earlier this year, the tribute store moved to the Hollywood section of the park for the Mardi Gras tribute store, followed by the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary tribute store in the summer. My favorite. The Halloween Horror Nights tribute store returned to New York this season, but the holiday tribute store will be back in the Hollywood section. The facade has already started to go up. This year will be the first year the Holiday Tribute Store will be in Hollywood. Pass holder preview for the Tribute Store will be held on November 9th, starting at 11 a.m. Comcast released its Q3 2023 earnings report on Thursday morning, reporting a successful quarter for Universal theme parks with an EBITDA increase of 20%. The 20% increase is the highest quarterly profit ever for the theme park division. Theme park earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization were $983 billion, and the revenue was $2,418 billion. Comcast credits the strong demand for Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Japan and Universal Studios Hollywood. The latter, as well as Universal Studios Beijing, delivered their best adjusted EBITDA in history. Universal Orlando Resort had lower revenue, but Comcast still described its results as strong. And I can't wait to see what happens when Epic Universe opens. Halloween may be over, but there's still a few more nights left of Halloween Horror Nights 32 at Universal Studios Florida. If you've survived the season, why not treat yourself to some Left Behind ravioli in a souvenir can? The FEDRA ration cans are back. After being sold out of the souvenir cans for the Last of Us themed ravioli for the last few weeks, they are back in stock. The Left Behind ravioli might be better off left behind, but the fun ration can souvenir is worth it. It may be a bit odd that the cans returned at the very end of the season, but better late than never. There are a few more nights left of Halloween Horror Nights for this season, so if you've been dying for one of these ration cans, make sure you grab one while you can. If you're planning a single-day visit to the Universal Orlando Resort, ticket prices have increased a little. Single-day tickets can vary in price depending on the date, but the lowest price will now start at $119 plus tax. The price of a single-day ticket previously started at $109, but has now been increased by $10. The price increase is only on single-day tickets, and the price for annual passes has remained the same. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. A special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to universalparksnewstoday.com. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Universal Parks News Today on YouTube for more great content, click the bell for notifications, and make sure you hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of News Today with Universal Parks News Today. For UPNT, this is Annie Wilson saying, the future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one.
WDW News Tonight is our weekly comedy show combining the news of the week, comedy segments, thoughtful discussions, insane characters, parody commercials, games, and more. Watch live on Thursdays at 9 p.m. and become a WIGS member to get access to a bonus post show. Watch WDW News Tonight episodes anytime and live on YouTube, or get the audio-only version on iTunes and other podcast services.